Good YouTube, it's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So the press conference was held today for two undefeated two-division world champions, superstar boxers in the sport of boxing, between Shakur Stevenson, who's the reigning WBO, World Boxing Organization, super featherweight world champion, and WBC reigning super featherweight undefeated Mexican superstar boxer Oscar Valdez. Okay, they held the press conference for their April 30th Las Vegas, Nevada MGM Grand Garden Arena showdown. Okay, and obviously there was a few interesting things that were said in this press conference. Two things that stood out obviously to me, and I want to give my thoughts on, was Shakur Stevenson letting Oscar Valdez know to his face that I'm Andre Ward and I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I'm going to beat you like I would beat, like Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez. We know 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who is the reigning super middleweight world champion, widely considered by many to be the face of the sport of boxing, top 3 best pound for pound, if not number 1 best fighter in the world, and Saul Canelo Alvarez. Okay, so with that said, Oscar Valdez, he's trained in the same gym. He's mentored by Canelo Alvarez, although they're the same age. They're both 31 years of age, but they both have the same trainer. They share the same trainer. They share the same gym in a well-renowned trainer, 2-time trainer of the year, Eddie Reynoso. Okay, and obviously there's a lot of comparisons to Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, and even undefeated 3-division world champion, who's the reigning WBO welterweight champion, widely considered by many to be top best pound for pound fighter in the world, in Terrence Bud Crawford. Okay, these are guys that are mentors by Shakur Stevenson. He stated that Shakur Stevenson said he just spoke to Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather gave him the green light to go ahead and make do what he's supposed to do. Okay, do damage. Okay, and so he stated that he feel like he could beat Canelo Alvarez, is what Shakur Stevenson stated. He stated that if Canelo Alvarez was my size, my weight, I would beat Canelo Alvarez. He stated that my distance, it would be a lot like when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez back in 2013. He stated that it would be the same results if I fought Canelo Alvarez. My ability to judge distance, my boxing ability, my ability to make a miss in the pocket, it would be a lot like Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez. He even stated that, this fight with Oscar Valdez, he gonna put on a masterclass performance and alert the world that he should be on that pound for pound list. Okay, so Shakur Stevenson is playing 0 games. Another thing is Oscar Valdez. What he said, 2 things that jumped out at me was that he felt that his promoter, Top Rank legendary promoter CEO Bob Arum and Top Rank were trying to push him towards a fight with Emmanuel Navarrete. Okay, Emmanuel Navarrete, he fights at 126. Okay, he's not a 130 pounder. So Shakur Stevenson, he felt like he could beat Canelo Alvarez. Listen what he said.
I mean, I'm gonna say this, and people gonna hate me for saying this. I don't care, because I'm bold. Like, I take risks. I'm a risk taker. I say what's on my mind. I feel like if Canelo was my weight, I feel like I would beat Canelo. I feel like my style, distance, I'm a boxer. Same way Floyd picked him apart, I would do the same. So
you heard Shakur. He said the same way Floyd picked Canelo apart, I would do the same thing. I would pick Canelo apart. Okay, and then you're gonna hear him, let you know that he's more of the. He's being compared to Terrence Crawford, and he lets you know I'm more of a slick boxer. Terrence Crawford is more of a boxer puncher, and Terrence Crawford has become a bit of a brawler. Terrence Crawford likes to mix it up. Okay, so Terrence Crawford these days has become a bit of a brawler. He mixes it up, not so much of being a slick boxer, right? Now, we know Terrence Crawford does have the ability to switch from orthodox to southpaw fluently and things of that nature. But for most part, Terrence Crawford has become a guy that loves to mix it up in action-packed fights. So he's a boxer puncher. So, Terrence Crawford, once upon a time, was a very slick boxer. When he fought the likes of Victor Postol, you can even see it when he fought Jose Benavidez Jr. He was a very slick boxer. even when he fought Bredis Prescott on late notice. Very, very pure boxer, slick. Switch from southpaw to orthodox. Today's time, he's become more of a boxer puncher. He mixes it up. He gets hit a lot. So with that said, Shakur Stevenson right now has the highest percentage of hit and not getting hit. He has arguably the best defense in the sport of boxing right now. Okay, and so with that said, he's a slick, pure boxer, and he stated that, I'm more Floyd Mayweather and I'm more of, Andre Ward than I am Terrence Crawford. Okay, and so Shakur Stevenson, is Olympic medalist, obviously, and he highly confident in himself. He believes in himself. Oscar Valdez, has admitted that he was avoiding Shakur Stevenson. Okay, he admitted that he was avoiding Shakur Stevenson. Let's just listen to what Shakur Stevenson had to say about his comparisons to whom he's compared to.
I mean, I don't just got Terrence Crawford. I mean, I'm close with Andre Wood. Right. I just was on the phone with Floyd like 2 weeks ago. My style is more so in that type of a boxer, slick boxer style.
So you see, what he's saying is he's more of a slick boxer than, a boxer puncher like Terrence Crawford. That's more of his style. Now, with Oscar Valdez, okay? Oscar Valdez, he said two things, that were very revealing. One, as I mentioned, he stated that, Top Rank was pushing a fight for him to face off against Emmanuel Navarrete. Now, Emmanuel Navarrete is definitely a very good fighter. Emmanuel Navarrete is an action-packed fighter. As Oscar Valdez put it, he's definitely an action-packed fighter. He's a good fighter, but Valdez, he stated that we put Shakur Stevenson off long enough. So, which lets you know that they weren't trying to fight Shakur Stevenson, okay? So he said now we got to the point where we're looking to become undisputed, but we pushed him off long enough. We pushed the Shakur Stevenson fight long enough. He's been calling me out for years, trying to make this fight happen, and now is the right time, okay? And another thing about it is, I personally asked Bob Arum about the Navarrete fight. Now, Bob Arum is the promoter, Top Rank is the promoter, ESPN is the network in which promotes all these fights, okay? Hosts Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez, and Emmanuel Navarrete. So I personally asked, Bob Arum about Oscar Valdez's recent comments after his fight and win over Robson Casasio, and Bob Arum, he stated that, it was Oscar Valdez's team, that were pushing for, a fight with Emmanuel Navarrete, okay? And now Valdez is saying that no, it was Top Rank that was pushing the fight for us to face off against Emmanuel Navarrete. He said that it just didn't make sense that Top Rank was trying to put us in a mini tournament, okay? He stated that Emmanuel Navarrete, who's 35 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 29 big wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'7" with a 72-inch arm reach, Mexican fighter, Mexican superstar boxer, okay? So he stated that, Emmanuel Navarrete is a good fight, is an action-packed fight, but Top Rank was trying to put us in a tournament that made no sense for me, okay? It made more sense for me to fight Shakur Stevenson now at this point in this juncture in our careers in a unification bout. And we've been putting him off for long enough, and he's been calling me out for years. So he admitted that, he was essentially avoiding Shakur Stevenson, okay? They wasn't looking to make that fight happen with Shakur Stevenson, okay? They was avoiding that fight. And so he said now, we see Josh Taylor's doing it. We see Terrence Crawford did it. We see, and Canelo Alvarez just became undisputed. So now we are looking to become undisputed just like they did, okay? So he's admitting that now they're looking to accomplish what the same feats that Terrence Crawford and Terrence Crawford and Josh Taylor and Canelo Alvarez, all undisputed. So he said it's now time to unify the belts. It's time to become undisputed, okay? It's time that we mix it up. So he stated that we couldn't justify moving around Shakur Stevenson anymore. That's what Oscar Valdez said. So he stated it was time for us. It made more sense for us instead of he said that Top Rank was trying to make a fight between himself and Navarrete and Shakur Stevenson and Miguel Bichel. He said it's better that they fight each other. Miguel Bichel is coming off of a knockout loss to Oscar Valdez, so it's better that they fight each other. And then me and Shakur mix it up for the titles. So I agree. So I can't wait for this fight April 30th to go down. Let me know what y'all think, man. Smash the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue. Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.